Hi, welcome back, guys. We're continuing on with our Math Star review to get us ready for our STAAR tests coming up in a week or so here. Today, we're going to talk about part, whole, and percent, the most missed questions from the last 2 years of STAAR. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, guys, let's take a look at what they want us to do here. Our first problem says, yesterday, 170 guests at a hotel called for room service, and 255 guests did not call for room service. What percentage of the guests at this hotel called for room service? Okay, so we have 170 and we have 225. Okay, so we need to set up a relationship here. We have a part, and a whole. Okay, they told us that 170 had room service. I'm going to put RS for room service. And 255 did not have room service. So I'm just going to put an X. Okay. We need to find the total so we can figure out what percent of them did have room service. Okay. So in order to find our total, we need to add up our two parts. 5 and 0 is 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here are 1, 2, 3, 4. So our total is 425. And we're trying to figure out of that how many called for room service. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to see, can I make 425 equal to 100? Okay. Just looking at it, it does not end in a 0. So I can't simplify this to get it to 100. So my other option is to set it up as a proportion. So let's get 170 out of 425. And we can simplify this first, or we can divide it to get a decimal and then use Dr. Pepper to change it to a percent. And I probably want to do that. 170 divided by 425. Okay. Now 425 is obviously way bigger than 170. So it doesn't go into that. And we need to put a 0. So we're going to start at 1700. So let's see how many 425s we can get into there. If I'm looking at my answer choices over here, let's start with the biggest one, an 8. Let's multiply it by 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 is 34. Okay, ooh, way too big. All right, let's go down a little bit. Let's try the 4. 425 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1. Oh, looky, 1700, 1700. So we have exactly 1700 and we have 0. Now, I can assume this is my answer, and it probably is, but we're going to make sure. Remember, we're now going to use Dr. Pepper to change our decimal to a percent by moving it 2 to the right. So here's my decimal. 1, 2, fill in with a 0, cover up everything else. I have 40%, which is what I assumed my answer was. All right, let's look at the next one. A shop owner offered a 20% discount off the regular price of a mirror. The amount of the discount was $3. What was the regular price? Okay. So again, I'm going to set up a part, whole. Okay. So 20% discount. That part is 3. I want to know the whole price. What was the whole price of this? Okay. So if I set this up as a ratio, if I change my percent to a decimal, 1, 2 is 0.20. And if I multiply this, I can get what my total is. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. So I have 6, but remember I have a decimal that I need to account for. 1, 2. Oh, hold on. I think I messed up here. 10%. Guys, I messed up. disregard, it's still part whole. Let's look at that again. Our discount is 20%, which was $3. I want to know what the total was. Sorry guys, I forgot my total. All right, what can I do to 20% to get to 100%? I can multiply it, right? I can multiply it by 5. 20 times 5 gives me 100%. So I should be able to do the same to my total, or excuse me, my discount to get my total. So 3 times 5 would be 15, which I have as an answer choice right here. Sorry about that, Miss Light scooped. I'm human, don't worry. All right, let's try another one. Last one for today. On Wednesday, 72% of the customers who bought gas at a gas station made additional purchases. There were 250 customers who bought gas. How many of these 250 customers made additional purchases? Record your answer and fill in the bubble. All right, so let's set up a bar here. 72%, and let's say it's about right here. And we have 100% right here. On Wednesday, 72% of the customers who bought gas at the gas station made additional purchases. There were 250 customers, here's our total, who bought gas. How many of these 250 customers made additional purchases? Okay, so there's no relationship that I can make to get from 72 to 100. Okay, but I can simplify to see if I can get it down to my 72%. So we're going to divide 250 divided by 100. 100 will go into that 2 times. There's 50 left over. Decimal, decimal. 2 times 5 will give us 500. With 0 left over. So 1% is 2.5 because I know how much it is for 1 now. Now I can multiply by 72 to get my answer. So we're going to set that up. 72 times 2.5. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 1, 36. 0 placeholder because now we're starting in the next place value. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 7 is 14. We're going to add that up. 0 and 0 is 0. 6 and 4 is 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're still not done. We have 1 decimal place. So I need to move that from the back. 180. So 180 of those customers were the ones who made additional purchases. Now I need to put my answer into my bubble sheet. You do not have to keep the 0 at the back. You can, but you don't have to. It's a 0. Let's go over to our answer document. Remember, we only use the first column if our answer is negative, which it wasn't, so we don't have to do anything with it. 180 was our answer. It was a whole number, so I do not start back here. I start in front of the decimal. 180. 180. Then I bubble in 180. Again, I do not need to fill in the zeros in the back. It's not going to count it wrong if I don't. It's not going to do anything if I do. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our part-whole relationship with part whole and percents. Go ahead and practice this skill with the review activity in your folder, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.